All right, we should be live. You guys should be able to see me any second now. There we go. How's it going, everybody? Man, already a whole bunch of people here. Thank you for being super awesome and coming to hang out with me. I hope everyone's having a great day. I know I am. Look at all these people. There's Lars and Jacob and Adam and Liam and Giovanni. Let's see. Who else? Oh, we'll go ahead and hide that. Let's see. Lord Vivek, Dogmen, Eric Boyd, Jezebeli. John. I think I'm getting everybody here. Vaxer, what's up, man? Liam. Brian, Kevin, David, Saul Goodman. I love that name. Do1, Santo, Neil, Abel. All right. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I just got done with work. I've only kind of passively been paying attention to the news today because I was just flat out busy all day long. So I didn't really get a chance to really pay attention to stuff, but I like from some Twitter threads that I've been in, I guess there's some pretty good stuff happening today, right? Today's been Root Verani says today's been amazing. So let me bring up the official stuff from today, and we can talk about that. And then we will, we'll talk about all of the stuff that you guys want to talk about as well, because you're awesome. So let me click here, and we're going to go to the news feed. And so we've got the Stadia update. Yep. I'm going to click on that. And we're going to go ahead and click on this. And that's a trailer. What is this? All right, so we got 3 things that I clicked on. We've been all hands on deck for Stadia Source. I'm going to be on Stadia Source later on today. There is a link in the description down below that will take you to their stream. So when I'm done here, we're going to do a podcast for Stadia Source. And so make sure that you click that link and turn on notifications or like the remind me thing so that when they go live, you get a message as well. Is the video blurry for anyone else? I don't think it's blurry. It's just the background's blurry because of the bokeh. Like, I should be in focus. Am I in focus? I'm streaming at 1080p. It's fine, not blurry at all? Okay. Maybe he's just talking about the background. The background's always going to be blurry because of my camera. The closer I get to the camera, the blurrier the background gets. No 1080p? This has got to be 1080p. Is it? I changed something, didn't I? Might 720p or some nonsense? Output. Video. Yeah, I'm at 1080p. All right, just making sure. So let's take a look at the big announcements that have happened today. And I'm going to go in order. And actually, you know what I think I should do at the same time? I think I should also record this, and maybe I'll edit it down into a video that I'll post for all of the people who aren't here for the open mic. Let me make sure the music's a little quieter. And how's this for a level for the music right now? Can you guys hear me and the music at the same time? Justin Uberte's tweet is the one place for all the news? Okay. He works at Stadia. All right. Lord Vivek, maybe you want to try headphones. You might hear the music. All right. let's talk about this stuff real quick. I'm just gonna hit record. I'll record and stream at the same time. We'll see if I regret that. All right. Well, actually, I should read through this stuff. All right. I'm not going to read through it. I'm going to read through it live. We're doing it live. All right. So here goes. I'm going to record the video for later today. Hey everybody, it is Stadia's anniversary. This is the 1 year mark from the day when Stadia first came out, which is super, super awesome. If you don't know, I've been doing a podcast about Stadia for more than a year now. And of course, we've also been doing this YouTube channel for more than a year. And we've got some news today, some pretty big news. It's weird that, I think Stadia is learning. Google is learning that don't pre-announce your stuff, just announce it. And people will get hyped for it, because I think that if all of the stuff that we got announced today, I think if all of that stuff was pre-announced, that, hey, we've got something coming tomorrow or something like that, then I think people would be disappointed by what happened. But I'm doing this live right now, and the chat has been saying how it's been a great day. I'm actually kind of behind the 8 ball because I've been at work all day, so I don't know everything that has happened. I kind of know tidbits, and I'm going to find this stuff out live. It's kind of like a live reaction as I read this stuff to you. So let's start with the first blog post that went up today. It said year 1 on Stadia and beyond. And by the way, if there's something that I missed, yikes, I forgot. And, just make sure that you subscribe, and you'll find out more about that later. Let's take a look. Year 1 on Stadia and beyond. It says, last November, our first Stadia gamers embraced a new way to play. You dove into something completely new and turned your phones, tablets, laptops, and TVs into incredible gaming machines. Your response to Stadia touched us all. I lost my place. Your response to Stadia touched us all here at Google, and you've inspired us to continue to build something that's always getting better. Since launch, Stadia's library has more than quadrupled in size, with games from Rockstar, Bungie, Square, Ubisoft, and many more. The number of free games you can get with Stadia Pro has increased many times over. If you've claimed every game since launch day, you now have more than 50 games in your library. You have experienced instant free demos of big upcoming games like Immortals Fenyx Rising without having to download anything. With Crowd Choice, you're turning the tables on your favorite streamers in Baldur's Gate 3 and Dead by Daylight on YouTube. Every step of the way, you've been here letting us know what worked and what didn't, and where to go next. We're grateful for a year of dialogue with our users. It's your platform, and we're committed to making it a great place to play. Thank you for taking a leap with us into Stadia, a place where we're building play for everyone. In the end, that's really what it's about. The games that thrill us, move us, challenge us, and the love for those games that draws us all together. That's why you're here, and that's why we're here, because games are just the best. And because games are just the best. That's a weird sentence. Because games are just the best, and we want to bring them to more people in more ways than ever before. We're excited for what's to come, and we hope you will be too. See you on Stadia. Now, I think that might be the same message that John Justice read. He did a video over on the official Stadia channel, and I watched it earlier, and it sounded very familiar to me as I read that. So I think that's probably the same message. What an awesome thing to say. Like, hey, you guys are, we're building this together with you. I think that's really, really great. Now, when that came out, my guess is a bunch of people probably said, that's all you're doing for the 1 year anniversary? And, I can understand why some people might be disappointed by that, but I think it's fine. I don't think you need to mark an anniversary of something in order to still think it's a great platform, but there's more. The next thing that got posted was, so this was about an hour and a half later that this got posted, And this one is actually pretty cool. I had a couple people send me this as a rumor because they had some information, and I was like, well, I'm busy at work. I can't really talk about it anyway, so I'm just gonna let everything play out. And it turned out to be a trumor. But basically, this is really cool. And honestly, I can't believe that they're doing it this way. They say buy Cyberpunk 2077 before December 18th, and you get a Stadia Premier Edition on us for free. That is awesome. This, for those of you who might be new to Stadia, the Stadia Premier Edition comes with this controller, and it comes with, I think, I could be wrong, but I think does it come with 3 months of Stadia Pro? I'm not positive if it does or not. You know what? I'm going to go grab the box. Can I see the box? I'm going to go grab the box right now, and I'll tell you. Stick around. I found it. Here's the box for the Stadia thing, and what is included inside? Includes Stadia controller, Stadia Chromecast Ultra. It does not come with Stadia Pro, but guess what? You can get Stadia Pro. You can get Stadia Pro by going to. I'll post it in the description for this video. You can get Stadia Pro free for a month by clicking on the link in the description down below. I'll post it after I'm done with this. Anyway, so you're going to get the Stadia Premier Edition, which comes with this controller and a Chromecast, which is everything that you need to hook up Stadia to your TV. Now, this is the best way to play games on Stadia because this is a Wi-Fi controller, and the Wi-Fi controller has less latency than any other kind of controller when you're playing games on Stadia. So how do you get the Stadia Premier Edition when you pre-order while supplies last? Yikes, it might already be gone. It says follow this link. You may not see a mention of Stadia Premier Edition listed on the Cyberpunk 2077 page yet, but you're in the right place. You'll need a Stadia account to sign up for the offer. No subscription required. Click the pre-order on Stadia button. You'll receive an email and a redemption code within a week of the game launching. Follow the email instructions for the code redemption. We'll do our best to deliver Stadia Premier Edition during the busiest time of year. Please allow several weeks for shipping. Terms apply. Those terms that apply, by the way, I think that this is limited to the US, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to do the same thing in other regions. Recently, if you were a YouTube Premium subscriber, they gave you that's how I got this Premier Edition, just for being a YouTube Premium subscriber. They did run out of those pretty quick, but then they did the same deal in other countries as well. So if you buy Cyberpunk 2077, you get a free console. That's what you get. You get a free console. That's pretty damn awesome. And that's a really good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a really good value proposition. And then finally, there is Grace from Google, who is the community manager over at the official subreddit. She posted this. Hey, everyone. We have a few additional updates to share with you all today. Public iOS testing. That's right. You're going to be able to play Stadia on your phone if you have an iOS device. Coming soon. We don't know how long it's going to take. It's probably going to take a while. It says a few weeks from now, we'll be launching the first phase of iOS support via a web app. In other words, you'll be able to play Stadia games on your iOS devices for the first time. Yeah, some of us have been doing it already, thanks to smart people. As we test performance and add more features, your feedback will help us improve the Stadia experience for everyone. This is huge. Now, I'd like to think that this is huge for me, because I'm an iOS guy. I have an iPad Pro 12.9. I love that device. I use it all day long for work. I come home and I use it. It is my main computer. This is my secondary computer, my content creation device, but that's my main computer. Like, it's my favorite device. And being able to play Stadia on it is really awesome. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think that that's huge. That's a large segment of the population who currently doesn't have a device that they can play Stadia on, and now they're going to be able to. So pre-order Cyberpunk 2077. You'll get this in the mail eventually, and then you will be able to play right on your phone or your tablet, which is awesome. They went on to say, or she went on to say, Stadia Premier Edition promotion, which I've already covered. I'm not going to go over that. And then first free game on Stadia. Starting today, Destiny 2 will be the first game available for free on Stadia to all players. In other words, you don't have to be a Stadia Pro subscriber in order to play. All you have to do is click the click to play button for Destiny 2 on Stadia for free. By the way, I think Pro members are getting Beyond Light for free. I might be wrong about that, but I read something about that somewhere, and I'm going to have to verify with chat. Update on State Share. For those of you who don't know, State Share allows you to watch a video, click the click to play button, and jump right into that exact moment that you were just watching in a video. Or you can create a State Share link and share it to a friend, and they can pick up exactly where you left off if they also own the game. There's some really cool things that are going to be able to happen with State Share. The first full implementation of State Share will launch with Hitman 3 next year. Right now, we've done State Share once with Crata, and it was a beta implementation. And then finally, the thing that a lot of people have been asking for, they're expanding their list of supported countries, more in Europe by the end of the year. So that is a whole bunch of really, really good news for Stadia. Here's my question. Then I'm going to get back to the live chat who've been patiently waiting while I record this video. Here's my question to everybody. Which of these announcements do you think is the biggest deal? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. There we go. I recorded it, and now I'm back to you guys. Old Man PJ says, thanks for keeping us informed. Well, thank you very much, PJ, for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right. I missed a whole bunch of chat, I'm sure. If there was anything that I missed and you guys just want to repeat it, then let me know. Justin Cole says Stadia on iOS is the biggest deal. Jacob Dickens says Cyberpunk news definitely the biggest. Kevin Webb says Cyberpunk is definitely the biggest. Avery Krause says happy birthday to Stadia and happy 20 month to Stadia cast. Oh, thanks, man. Avery, by the way, is the host of Stadia Source, which I will be on in like 3 hours. And I'm going to be streaming right up until then. And then we're going to switch over to Stadia Source for the podcast. Alariza says, clearly Cyberpunk is the biggest deal. The premium offer available in Belgium also. So Problematist says, pre-order offer with Premier Edition of Cyberpunk is in all countries. Okay. I'll put that in the description when I post that video. Michael says, one take recording. Man, you are amazing. Well, I do speak for a living. Stadia bomb. That's funny. Subscribe to Stadia Cast or this imaginary spider will be in your bed tonight. I don't like spiders, man. No, thank you. Lord Vivek says, I already have a bunch of Chromecast Ultras. But I want another controller. Yeah, me too. I was going to get Cyberpunk 2077 anyway, so I'm going to have to pre-order it. I haven't yet. They're probably going to be out by the time I get around to it because I'm busy doing this right now. And then after this, I'm going to be doing the Stadia Source podcast. So I probably will miss out on that deal. But if I don't, I'll probably end up pre-ordering it so that I can get the yet another controller. Then I'll have 4 controllers in my house. I just wish I had all 4 different colors. Anthony Talcott says, hey, Bill, I don't have any specific questions. So if you could put a design on a Stadia controller, what would it be? Okay, back to work for me. I like the rhyming scheme that you've got there, Anthony Talcott. I would put... So So what I would do is I would partner with different video games, and I would have them create a version of the controller that has like an Assassin's Creed version, and then a Pac-Man version, and that's what I would do. I think that having like Pac-Man and ghosts and stuff all over the controller would be really, really awesome. I've been playing a lot of Pac-Man since yesterday. Brian Fernald says extra Chromecast will be used as my travel unit. Yeah, we've got extra ones. I don't know what to do. Lord Vivek says you have up until the 18th to be eligible. Yeah, but it's while supplies last. So let me turn that music down just a little bit. Should I buy a new Android TV this Christmas for Stadia, or is it easier just to use the Chromecast? Well, right now, it's easier to use the Chromecast, but I have the Google TV, which is the new, like, Project Sabrina or whatever the heck it's called, and, I'm very happy with that as a platform. I'm not using it to play Stadia because I'm not going to go through the hassle of sideloading it, but they're going to support it next year, and then I'll be all set. An Orcs Must Die 3 controller. What would the colors be for an Orcs Must Die 3 controller? Oh, it's Destiny 2 New Light. That's causing the confusion. Yes. Thank you. Green and purple. Okay. Green and orange. I'd have to look at the game. I don't remember. Do you see the Founders? Did you see the Founders thank you video from superhero John Justice? Yes, I mentioned it a minute ago. I think it was the same thing that I read. Was it the same thing that I read at the beginning? And don't be too impressed with my one take nonsense, because I made a lot of mistakes in that video. Cyberpunk controller, yellow with blue and black thumbsticks. That would be awesome. Freak, if you're looking for people to play Stadia with, just join our Discord, man. There's a link in the description down below. Did I see the Mobile Syrup interview? I didn't see anything. I've been at work all day. Why does Stadia still exist? So that I can play video games on it. Thanks for asking. I can give you a link to the video from John Justice. There's the John Justice video. It's only a minute long. Come back when you're done, though. Jack Busser saying they are targeting 400 games from 200 developers. I mean, look, the first time that they were talking, they said that they had 4,000 developer applications. So the number of games is just going to keep going. I mean, obviously, it's going to keep going up. It's not going to go down. But the pace at which games are released on Stadia is going to continue to increase. Kalen said, hey, Bill, I saw that Cyberpunk comes with a controller and Chromecast for $60. I'm confused. I'm not sure what you're confused about. You get a whatever what the hell is it called? You get a Premier Edition if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 before December 18th. Is it true that I can pre-order Cyberpunk with Google Play cards and get a Premier Edition? I don't know if you can use Google Play cards because I don't have Google Play cards. I've never used them. Caleb says, if you have extra premium editions with all these free giveaways, consider giving them to friends this holiday who might not otherwise give Stadia a try. I would agree with that, Caleb. Just ask them what their speeds at home are like first. Because if they have crappy internet, then don't waste their time. Marique said, I already had 2 friends who don't use Stadia ask me about Cyberpunk and the Premier Edition promo. Oh, that's awesome, Marique. Bernard Baker says, I finally caught you while you were streaming. That, you know what? That reminds me. I should let everybody know that I'm streaming. Hold on. Somebody sent a link. Okay. Let me just. Have you guys seen this stupid thing on Twitter? The fleets. Hey, I'm doing a fleet right now. I'm streaming over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/StadiaCast. So go over there and we can talk about video games because video games are awesome. All right, I'll see you over there, youtube.com/StadiaCast. Bye. All right, there. I fleeted it. We done been fleeted. Nobody has crappy internet anymore. Lars, you are so very wrong, my friend. So many people have crappy internet. My dad cannot get anything other than dial-up, satellite, or like Verizon MiFi where he lives. And my dad lives 5 miles that way. Marique, you can't play on Stadia with satellite internet. The latency is too bad for even really streaming. I would imagine. Bill, my dad is going to put me on punishment for exposing that. Oh yeah. I will believe Starlink when I can actually try it myself. Until then, I remain skeptical. Why don't I like spiders? Spiders are inherently evil. I mean, look, I hope that I'm wrong about Starlink. I'm just skeptical. The way I look at it, if a creature with all of its limbs still intact has less than 2 legs, like a snake, or more than 4 legs, then I want nothing to do with it. I don't like creepy crawlies. Fish. Not really a fan of fish. I don't mind eating fish. Like I like fish. I don't like I like fishing. I don't like actually catching the fish. I just like being outside and soaking in the sun. But then you catch the fish and you got to get the hook out of them. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yafet, make Stadia free. I've got good news for you, my friend. Stadia is free. Has been since the beginning. The videos of people getting close to 1,000 or 100 megabits on Starlink with latency around 30 to 40 milliseconds, which, while not perfect, should be good enough for how the... Okay. I get what you're saying. Travis McGuire says, I'm 100% on board with the less than 2 or greater than 4 legs deal, Bill. The game's free. Well, you can't... I mean, the people who make the games have to make money. Otherwise, why are they making games? But Destiny 2 is free. You can have that game for free right now. And if you really want more free games, you can get Crata for free. That's a game where you make games in the game, and then you can make your own games. See? Do you think that Pro Evolution Soccer 22 will come to Stadia? Who's the publisher on PES 22? I can't remember. I've never played that game. Relometrics, Crata is not just free for pros, I don't believe. Crata is free for everybody. Konami. I don't think Konami has brought anything. Oh wait, yeah. Konami brought Super Bomberman R online, or as I like to call it, S-Bro. They brought that to Google Stadia. So Konami's already on board. I assume that at some point they'll bring that soccer game that you're looking for. Hey, Matt, what's going on? So I lost it in chat. It's disappeared for me, and I'm not sure where it went. But somebody said Stadia needs to bring more free games that are claimable. And while I agree with that, what I will say is that that's going to take time. And once that time comes, I think that a lot of people are going to be very happy with what you get with Stadia. It is a free console. That's the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. It's a free console. All right. Android Sanjin, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Real quick, I'm going to get Stadia a free month. Wait, try Stadia Pro free. And I'm going to pin that. There we go. Roger says, Bill, pre-order Cyberpunk 2077 now so you won't miss out on the premiere. Don't have to pay now. Yeah, but I'm busy now. Can you show free Crata? It's locked behind Pro. So I'm going to go to Stadia community blog. Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm wrong. I apologize. Crata Deluxe Edition is free. You can get the Deluxe Edition for free through November 24th. Oh, no, but look. Crata, I was right. Vindication. Crata Premium Edition, get it for free through November 24th. So right up until the 24th, you can get it for free. Rollometric says, but my brother can't get it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Say my name. Say my name. Show in the Stadia store, please. I can't show you in the Stadia store because I already own the game. So because I was gifted that, or not gifted. I got a review copy of that game before it came out. So I can't look at that stuff in the, I can't look at how much stuff costs. All right, so Richard, who is a mod here, who is also a good friend of mine, and I trust a whole bunch, just said, I've just claimed it on a free account. So, he's saying that you can, then you can. Mimic says Borderlands 3 is on sale for $20. Yeah, it's been on sale for about a week, I think, now for $20. Super deal. Consigno says, when is Star Wars coming out again? I believe on the 24th. I think it's the 24th. By the way, real quick, I got to make sure that I thank the people who became members and stuff in the last couple of hours. So real quick, I want to thank people like Christopher, Matthew, Miguel, Raul, Chris, and SofaSpy, all for becoming members in the last 24 hours. I really do appreciate you guys. And then just a reminder as a thank you to Old Man PJ, Avery Krause, Anthony Talcott, Travis McGuire, and Android Sanjin. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for the super chats. As there are a couple of hundred people here, if I keep missing your message, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just easier to see it when people use the super chat feature. Why has the frequency of StadiaCast YouTube uploads decreased recently? I don't upload a video just for the sake of uploading a video. Like, there are some sites out there, and I'm not talking about Stadia content creators. I'm just talking about on YouTube channels in general that will post a video like every single day, whether they have anything to talk about or not. I'm never going to do that. I'm only going to post videos when I have something that's interesting to me to discuss. That's A. B, there hasn't been a whole lot of extra news for me to have a discussion about, so I just haven't been doing it. And C, I have been incredibly busy with my real job, which is a teacher. We're dealing with the pandemic, and that means that I'm not teaching my students. I'm not teaching them in class the way that I usually do. So instead, what I do is I go through and I record a lesson. I edit the lesson like I would for any other YouTube video. And then I have to create documents that go along with that lesson. It is a mountain of work. And so I just haven't had as much time to make Stadia videos as I would like. All right. Cedric Crenshaw says, kids today have it easy. In my day, you had to wait almost 2 weeks to get a Founders/Premier Edition and codes. Now you can get them in 2 days. Crazy. Thank you very much for the support, Cedric. Consigno says, happy birthday, Stadia. Well, thank you. It's not my birthday, but I appreciate it. Alucard, thank you for sending me that video or the link. I'll look at it in a little bit, maybe. Adrian, yeah, I noticed that. That ad, I found that out like a week before that that ad buy was over. So, like, there are no ads on StadiaCast, the podcast, anymore, at least until we get a new ad buy. But thank you for letting me know. Like, it went on, that ad buy went on forever, and nobody told me about it. And then I found it one day by accident because I was checking to see what something sounded like, and I was like, no, you idiot. But then the ad buy was over in a week anyway, so I didn't bother to fix it. How many wins do I have in Pac-Man? Mimic, I think I have 3 wins in Pac-Man so far. Brian Fraud says, teachers don't want to do any work, and that's why they don't want to do in-person teaching anymore. I know that you're not actually saying that, but there's a lot of people who actually think that. And those people, I am not happy with. Am I hitting my students with sticks? No, I don't do that. I feel like you're just here to troll, whatever your name is. We'll find out soon. What's the best for teachers? Live online classes like Zoom classes or what I just described? So, I mean, I don't want to spend any time really talking about my job, but what would be best for me is just a live online class like Zoom, because I could just do what I would normally do. That'd be super easy for me. I wouldn't have to do any extra work. But there's a lot of students that may not have the internet that would be able to handle streaming live. And because of that, it would just be a bad experience for them. So I don't do that. Do you think there will be more announcements for Stadia today? I don't know, man. Like I said a bunch of times, they should just let the day go by and not mention it. But, you know, what they did was fine because they didn't pre-announce anything. Because they didn't pre-announce anything, everything that they said was taken with like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool. If they had pre-announced stuff, that would have been bad. When do you think Ubisoft, I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to say it both ways. When do you think Ubisoft Plus will come to Stadia? I have no idea. They said by the end of the year. There's like 5 weeks left in the year. So I'm going to say like December. Let me look at a calendar. I'm going to say December 15th. That's my guess. Do I play like video games like Fortnite? I mean, I played a lot of Fortnite in the past. I don't really play Fortnite these days. Well, I don't know what that means, Eli. I appreciate it, but I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to say it. Have I ever said please hit like and subscribe on any of my pre-recorded class videos? No. No. That's funny, though. It looks like the hyperspace rumor wasn't true. I saw that rumor, and then I saw that it was confirmed to be not a trumor. I just had a great pretzel grilled chicken sandwich from Wendy's. That sounds so bad for you. Do my students know about this alter ego? Some have found my other channels, but I don't think they know about this one. I don't talk about it. Kodiak Moonwolf says, if there is one game from any platform, any era you could have on Stadia, what would it be? I don't know. That's tough because, like, part of me, like, I want to pick, like, my favorite game and have that playable on Stadia. But would I play it? I don't know. I already played the hell out of that game. So instead, I would say not my favorite game, but one that would work really well on Stadia would be a game like Final Fantasy 14. I think that would be really great on Stadia. Jacob Dickens says Ubisoft has Stadia listed as updates to Hyperscape. Yeah, I saw that, but then I saw something else different that said that it wasn't coming. Hey, Lloyd, what's going on, man? That's a good question for you guys, though. Like, if you could have one game on Stadia from any platform, from any genre, whatever, what would you have brought to Stadia? Would it be like an old favorite that you just adore? Or would it be something that's upcoming that hasn't been announced for Stadia yet. Andre, what do you think about the Gen 2 rumor this week? I mean, it's really... So I covered that in a video earlier this week. And then the guy, I guess he said, I did not confirm Gen 2. I was simply saying, what I don't know. We'll see. I mean, look, think of it this way. They have to update the servers. They can't stay with the same hardware forever. They just can't. That's not how technology works. So they're going to have to upgrade that stuff at some point, right? So eventually we're going to get Gen 2. Eventually they'll support ray tracing because that's what you do. You just keep updating things. The thing is that when they update, we don't have to buy anything. And that's the super cool thing about Stadia. And yeah, I just said super cool. Happy birthday, Stadia Bill's Camera Track Fund. Stadia Vet Gaming, thank you for becoming a member. And Ruben, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. You are awesome. Oh, wait. And then one from Jacob Dickens. Oh, no, I read that one. Thank you, Jacob. Sometimes I see the messages that you guys say, and I forget that it's a super chat. Stadia Bomb says, is YouTube Premium worth it? I've had it for years. I will never go back to not having YouTube Premium. I can't stand watching commercials. And YouTube Premium means that there are no commercials anywhere on YouTube. Wolfgang says, I'd love to see any Android game playable on Stadia. Any game? And there'd be a lot of cruft. If they did that, there'd be too much stuff. Like you'd turn the store into a needle and haystack kind of thing. There's a lot of trash on mobile phones. I'm not saying that all mobile phones are trash, or mobile phone games are trash, but there's a lot of trash on mobile phones. So I wouldn't want every Android game to come to Stadia, because then I'd be like, wow, there's so much stuff to look for. Louise says Stardew Valley. That's a good call, man. They might need a search bar in that case. Yeah, if they brought in all those games, they better bring a damn search bar. Yasser Salam, is Destiny 2 Beyond Light free for Stadia subscribers? I don't believe so. I said that earlier, and I think I was wrong. I think it was because they called it, like, they renamed the game New Light, and that is free. What do you think about all the ESRB games that aren't announced yet? I got to be honest, I haven't looked at the ESRB in a long time. It used to be like a Sunday morning thing that I would do every Sunday morning, and I haven't done it lately. So let me see all, and then I'm going to sort it by Stadia. Let's see what we got here. Is there anything here that I haven't already known about? I wish you could sort these by when they were announced. Pikanuku? I don't know anything about that. That's not for Stadia and Nintendo Switch. We'll click that and look at it. No rating available. Keep looking. Somebody did. I just saw the Tom Clancy thing, and somebody asked earlier if I was going to pick up Wildlands. I'm not planning on it. Most of those Tom Clancy games I'm just not interested in. Tohu is a point-and-click adventure game. I think I heard about that one, though. Most of those games aren't for me. outside of Division 2, which is just fantastic. See, a lot of this is stuff that we already know about, so I'm not going to keep scrolling forever. Because the longer that I do this, the longer that I miss chat. Oof. Get guilt. Destiny 2 New Light. I think that's the... They've just updated the name. Well, if there's a specific one that you guys have in mind that you want my thoughts on, let me know in chat. If you're looking for people to... Guys, please don't share your usernames in chat. Mostly because it's a like then the mods have to click on the button. It's kind of a pain. Just if you're looking for people to play with, join the Discord. There's a link in the description down below. Because as soon as you guys say add me, YouTube blocks it, and then somebody has to click it. Mr. Urban World says, I've been enjoying Doom 64 on Stadia. I have more than 20 levels to go. I'm stuck on that game. Like, I got to a certain level, and I can't figure out what to do next. I just completely stuck. But I was really enjoying it before that happened. Roger says, Rain, new Pixel Junk game, and Outcasters. Well, we already knew about Outcasters. Pixel Junk and Rain, though. I don't know anything about those. I've played Pixel Junk before. They always do weird, cool stuff. Chris, is there a specific date for Ubisoft Plus? No, not yet. Rainbow Six Siege is not announced yet, and it's one of the biggest multiplayer games out there. I think it'd be great on Stadia. Sean Gray says, Hogwarts Legacy is my #1 wish for Stadia for next year. I think that game is, and I have no reason to think this, but I think that game is going to suffer from its hype. It's not going to live up to the hype, and people are going to be super disappointed in it. Dehan says, if GTA 6 came next year, do you think it would come on Stadia? I think it's possible. We already have games from Rockstar on Stadia. Red Dead Redemption 2 is that game. Is it going to come? Is GTA 6 going to come to Stadia? Possibly. I think the same thing with GTA 5. I think that eventually that will come to Stadia as well. Andre says, Bill, do you think EA can fulfill their announcement of bringing 5 games to Stadia until the end of the year by only just confirming Star Wars game for the next week? Who will buy Madden when the season ends? I don't know. I'm not a Madden guy. My guess is it's like people play Madden all year long. So what other games? So we've got FIFA, we've got Madden, Star Wars. So there's 3. Lloyd's here. If I don't mention Star Wars Squadrons, he's going to yell at me. So maybe that one. And then one other one. What's another EA game? Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'd play that again. I love that game. And being able to play it without my my PS4 sounding like a jet engine would be really nice. Peggle Battle Royale. I'm sorry, Lloyd. Peggle Battle Royale. Bill, did you see that the Pro Bowl game will be on Madden? Can you imagine the publicity if Stadia was used? The Pro Bowl game? I went to the Pro Bowl once when I was stationed in Hawaii. My friends and I all went to the Pro Bowl. I was very sick that day. Skunk Lord, are we all going to play Bomberman with Chris and Grace today? I mean, I'm not, but you guys should. Chris and Grace are awesome. They work really, really hard, and you should go and blow them up with bombs in Bomberman, or as I like to call it, S-Bro. I mean, Relometrics, I'm not disagreeing with you. I would love Apex to come, but the devs for Apex have kind of ruled that out pretty heavily. That doesn't mean that it won't happen. Blizzard said over and over, Diablo is never coming to Nintendo Switch. And then it came to Nintendo Switch. Dahan says, how do you think Arc will work on Stadia? I don't understand the question. Bill, why do you call it S-Bro? Super Bomberman R Online. S-Bro. It's just more fun. Instead of the Pro Bowl played as normal, NFL players will play the game televised like Madden, like esports on ESPN. Okay, that's cool. And I think that's, COVID restrictions, that's probably really, really smart. You can't have football players from all of these different teams getting together for a game. I think that's a bad idea. It's bad enough of an idea when you've got two teams, but when you've got like the best players from all of the teams to make the team, I just think that's a bad idea. So yeah, do it in Madden. That's a great idea. Arc is notoriously badly optimized for consoles and anything but crazy high-end PCs. Hey, you know what? Arc has shown us that they're not afraid to ship a crappy game. From what I hear, the Arc port on Nintendo Switch is a dumpster fire. So I don't have high hopes for that game on Google Stadia. Not because Stadia is not powerful enough to run it, but because what if the publisher or developer decides to phone it in like they did on the Nintendo Switch? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they worked their butts off to get it running on the Nintendo Switch the way that they did. But if I were in charge and it was not up to par, I would have said, you know what, let's just scrap it. We're not going to launch it on Switch because we don't want to give our players a bad game. But then again, I'm basing all of this off hearsay because I haven't played it. I have not played it on PC or PS4 or Xbox or Nintendo Switch. I've never played Arc. Never really been interested in it. Well, Jacob Dickens, I want to make sure that we're being completely clear. Ray tracing is not currently in any game that is available on Stadia yet. Relometric says, till now, I think it's pretty dumb that I can't buy games on sale I've already claimed. Missed a few games because of that. I guess I can see that. I don't know what to say though. I'm trying to think of a reason why that would be. Jacob Dickens says, a tweet from Stadia already confirmed it in June. It's being used in Valhalla. I mean, maybe it's being used in Valhalla. I've been playing a lot of Valhalla. I think Valhalla looks great. I don't know if ray tracing's there or not. Bill, what's my go-to game on Stadia? What's this? Lloyd, I just got a code for Pac-Man for you, man. Did you buy it yet? I hope you didn't. I'm going to text it to you right now. Where is it? There you go, dude. Brian Ferald says, Bill, talk me into YouTube Premium. What makes it great outside of no ads? No ads. It also comes with YouTube Music. So if you are subscribing to some other music thing, then now you have one less subscription that you have to have. But really, that's it. No ads and YouTube Music. Kevin Smith. Is it that Kevin Smith? 1 year ago today, I discovered StadiaCast while looking for information about why none of the founders had their codes. Thanks for the great year, Bill. Well, thank you very much for the support, Kevin. Bill, what is my go-to game on Stadia? Oh, yeah, you asked me that. And I was looking at my phone when I got that that message. And hold on, I got to look at Discord. I'm very distracted right now. I mean, if you just look at my hours played, it'd have to be Elder Scrolls Online. I got 120 hours in Elder Scrolls Online and that's just on Stadia. There's so many good games. Depends on what kind of game you're looking for. Yeah, whoever sent me that tweet, I've seen that tweet before, but that doesn't really confirm that any publisher is using it. That feels like a canned response. It was fun this time last year. Where's my code? Yeah, and then they sent me a code while I was live, which was awesome. Bill, barring your goldfish memory, what was the memorable Stadia moment you've had in this past year, content creator or otherwise? I think it. Okay, so I'm going to go with my content creator hat on, and I think that it's going to be when we are having a Stadia Connect. Damn. Or was it, you know what? Okay, there's a couple. So I'm going to share a couple. I'm going to break your rules and I'm going to share a couple. So there was that really cool moment when I had been emailing back and forth with John Justice's scheduler. And I wasn't quite sure if it was real, right? And so we had set up the interview day, and I was in there waiting, and then bam, he shows up, and for real, it was John Justice, and I was like, holy cow, like Google listens to my show. That was really cool. Like, I got to interview a vice president of Google. That's pretty huge for some doofus in his attic. So number one, that was one of those really awesome moments. Another really awesome moment was when I was I was doing the I was covering the Stadia Connect, and we had 1,000 people watching with me. Again, some doofus in his attic. That's huge. That's just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. And look right now, we got almost 300 people watching this stream. Like, when I turn on a stream and almost 300 people show up every single time, that makes my brain say, what is wrong with you guys? why are you hanging out with me? But you guys are just awesome. So thank you very much for the support. Bernard Baker, that's a good question. Hey, Phil, what's going on, man? Phil is a good friend of mine. I like Phil a lot. And you should check out his podcast, Botched. It is a D&D podcast. And they don't really follow the rules of D&D. It's really more of a comedy improv podcast, but it's funny. You should definitely check out Botched. Relometric says, to be honest, when I first saw your show, I thought you came from TV or STH. You seem like a pro, and you're on top. You're hella nice. Well, thank you. I don't know what is STH. I don't know what that is. Chuck T says, hey, Bill, are you buying Cyberpunk, if nothing else, for another Premiere Edition? I mean, I was probably going to buy the game anyway, so most likely. Haven't reached double digits concurrence on stream yet. Quadruple digits blows my mind. Don't worry about it, Sammy. Oh, Relometrics is STH equals something. Listen, Relometrics, I'm a teacher. I don't like abbreviations. Spell stuff out. But thank you for the kind words. David Gibson, wouldn't it be great if the free controller from Cyberpunk was a Cyberpunk themed controller? Oh, that would be really cool. CSTA, I just spoke with support and I was told I am eligible for the promotion even after claiming a free Premiere Edition with YouTube Premium. Awesome. Don Luciano Mafioso says, I really want to play 2K21 on Stadia, but I missed the sale. Which 2K21? Are you talking NBA or PGA or what? But you know what? I'm sure that those things will go on sale again at some point. NBA? All right, cool. Kind of wish they did a special yellow controller for the Cyberpunk bundle. I don't really like Cyberpunk yellow. I don't think it's a good yellow. I'm not a fan. Hey, since we've got like a couple of hundred people here, I just want to say, everybody, please do me a favor and check out one of my other podcasts, which is 143pixels.com. Check out my other podcast. CSTA says, I badly need the Stadia claw. Excuse me. The power. Excuse me again. The power grip mount. I'm probably never going to play on my phone. I'll play on my iPad, but I'm not going to play on my phone. Andre, Bill, do you think Stadia will have a big sale on Black Friday? I mean, everybody has sales on Black Friday. It's kind of like the default. So you gotta, right? They have to. Now, will they have that sale on, store.google.com? That's a bigger question. Oh, yeah, or Cyber Monday. You can play on your phone while taking a bath, though. Yeah. I don't take baths. I take a shower. what I'll end up doing is you can't see it, but right over there I have a bike, an indoor bicycle, and I have a clamp for my iPad. And so like right now I watch stuff on my iPad while I bike. And what's going to be awesome is I'm going to be able to play a game while I'm biking. Now, will it be comfortable enough to do? Because I have to sit up. I can't lean on the handlebars while I'm doing it. Are my hands going to get sweaty? So it's probably like in my head, I'm probably like, oh, it's going to be so cool. And I'll be playing Pac-Man for hours while I'm pedaling on the bike. And I'll lose so much weight. Probably going to say, well, this isn't very fun. That's not very comfortable. I'm just going to go back to leaning on the handlebars and pedaling and watching a show. DJ Grom says, looking at your reviews, EverQuest, Sam & Max, World of Warcraft, what do you use to choose which games you cover? So he's talking about 143 pixels. I don't choose. My guest chooses. That's the theme of the show, is the guest will choose which game we're going to talk about. And it's a game that they love and want to talk about. It's an interview show. Kalen, is the Google Store the only way to get a Stadia controller? I think so right now. Look, maybe there's not a priority to get it in stores because people aren't really going to stores all that much. But I would make it a priority to get it in stores. And I would have a pack-in of a game. I would say, here's your Stadia controller. Also comes with your choice of a game from like this. Like you have a bunch of game cards next to it on there. And you can be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to buy this and this game. You go to the counter, they activate the card, you take the system home, you install, you claim the game, and then you're away to the races. You can get controllers from Best Buy. Okay. See, I don't go to stores ever. Like I hate shopping. Stefan, what's your favorite episode I've done of 143 pixels? I can't choose, man. As a huge fan of Game Explain, it was awesome to have Andre on the show. As a huge fan of the Totally Rad show, it was crazy to have Jeff Kanata on the show. As a huge fan of Diablo, it was awesome to have David Brevik, the creator of Diablo, come on the show. I'm a huge fan of the Fantastic Plastics, and I got Tyson to come on the show to talk about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So, like, there's a lot of really fun shows. It's hard for me to nail down which one was like the best for me. Oh, there's rumors that it'll be on sale at Best Buy on Black Friday. Nice. No, I hate shopping in all forms. I don't like to shop. I don't like going on Amazon and shopping. I don't like comparing prices. I don't like doing research, but I do it so that I can buy the stuff, like the right stuff. Adam Johnson, Bill, have you made a Create game? I haven't made a Create game. What we did instead is we made we did a live stream, and I invited everybody who was there in the live stream to join me, and they built a house. Like, I outlined the floor of the house and I said, go nuts. And like 20 or 30 people came in and they built a house and they labeled it the Nerd Nest, and it was awesome. Mario says, I don't have much to say besides that you're doing a great show. Thanks for this. I want Call of Duty on Stadia. Is that the one by Activision? Richard says, Cyberpunk pre-ordered. Now I wait to be able to get my free premium edition. Oh, awesome, Richard. When did they add the Just Black Stadia controller? I think they've had that since the beginning. They have the Premier Edition, the white one. I don't know what it's called. Actually, I bet you it says it on the side of the box here. It doesn't say. But they have the Stadia controller. They have the black one. They have the Wasabi one. And then they have the Founders one, which is over on my wall here, and I can't reach without getting up. Clearly white? Okay. Yeah, the Founders one is really cool. That's currently my favorite, but that's probably only because I haven't got my hands on the Wasabi yet. I think the Wasabi is the most popular. It's a really cool color combination. Mr. Urban World, are Founders exempt from the Cyberpunk deal? I don't see why they would. Why they would be. That wouldn't make any sense to me. The Wasabi controller should be called Mint. You noticed a weight difference. They feel the same to me. I don't know. My wife has a kitchen scale downstairs. So maybe I'll put them both on the kitchen scale and we'll find out. I mean, not right now, obviously. I'm not going to go downstairs and find them. But maybe we'll put them on the kitchen scale and find out. By the way, if you are new, this is the Founders Edition controller. Really, really nice. Really nice controller. I'm a fan. And then here's the clearly white controller. Isn't that thing fantastic? And then here's my dirty sunglasses. They need to be cleaned. Clive Illenden says you can win the Wasabi on my show on Saturday. So, hey everybody. Clive Illenden is another bald, bearded Stadia content creator. And I guess he's giving away a Wasabi controller on Saturday. Niclino, do I have a PS5? I don't have a PS5. My son wants a PS5. We can't find him anywhere. Corey, are you going to try Luna? I mean, I'll try it. I haven't been invited yet. I applied like right away, and I have yet to be invited to it. I'll try it. I'll probably buy the controller and try it out because I want to be able to cover it. But I'm less hyped on Luna for one reason and one reason alone. Like right now, you can't just buy a game, and to me, that's really what I would want. I would want to just be able to just straight up buy a game. I don't like the idea of having to subscribe to a channel in order to play a game. I don't think it's bad to have a subscription that gives you access to a bunch of games. I think that's perfectly reasonable. But I don't like that being the only way. Now, we don't know if that's the only way. But right now, that's the only way you can do it. I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. Luna is gonna be Whack Watch. What's that mean? Don Luciano Mafioso says Luna is just Stadia with iPhone functionality. Stadia is going to have iPhone functionality soon, in the next few weeks. Stadia Rocket Raccoon says Luna game library is seriously weak. I don't agree with that. Let's look at the launch library for Stadia and then compare it to Luna. And remember the launch library for, say, the Nintendo Switch. And now the Switch has like so many games you can't do anything. Like you can't walk down the street without 4 Nintendo Switch games hitting you in the face. Try it. So what I would say is right now there's nothing you're interested in, but that doesn't mean it's got a bad launch library. Clive Illenden says Stadia Cast inspired me to do a weekly Stadia podcast, so for that, thank you, sirs. Well, thanks, Clive, for listening, and it's always nice to hear things like that. I appreciate it, man. Put that on the screen. I appreciate that. I haven't played Control. I played Overcooked 1. That game is really good. I have not played Overcooked 2. The thing about Luna is it's Windows servers, so it's going to be easier for Google or for Amazon to get developers to port games to that system. Yeah, I would love Overcooked on Stadia. And Ray, right now somebody's about to type in chat, well, you can play a version of Overcooked in Creta. It's not the same. It's not the same. Although Creta did just update their animation stuff. So like you can roll and dash and slide, I guess, which is cool. Still want to see Rust ported over to Stadia and offered as a pro game. 20,000 noobs just there to shoot at. All right. I'm not really interested in games like that. Olafar Arasan. He says, I like that Luna is going to keep Stadia honest. Competition is good. Never have truer words been spoken. Competition is good. Plus, a lot of people were disappointed that Stadia wasn't the Netflix of game streaming, so it's going to bring in more people. And you know what? That's a really good point, because it kind of is like Luna is kind of like the Netflix of game streaming. And that's going to prove to a lot of people that game streaming works. And then they might be more likely to buy a game on Stadia. That's the thing that so many people forget, is you could just straight up buy a game on Stadia. Like, all the people who make those arguments, they're like, but Stadia doesn't have any players. Why would you buy it on that platform? You don't, or nobody has a Stadia. You don't have to have a Stadia. You could just play it on your Chromebook. Tom O'Fallon sent in a super chat. He said, Luna controller is too angular in my opinion. Feels a bit cheap too. You can tell Google did serious work for Stadia controller. Stadia controller, my favorite controller, I think. I love this thing. Thank you very much, Tom, for the super chat and for the support. I appreciate it. This is a really, really great controller. I like it a lot. Did I change my mind about Sniper Elite 4? I really enjoyed that game. No. I played a little bit of it, and I was like, whatever. I have. It's fine for people who like that kind of game. I feel like there's too much planning that has to happen, and I was just kind of bored. But hey, you know, not everybody has to like the same things. Kalen Angel or Angle says Stadia community will play first Cyberpunk and no waiting for download. While that's true, I don't like to use that as a haha, take that, PlayStation people. And I don't think that that's necessarily what you were doing, but I have seen a lot of people do that. David Gibson has had 2 Stadia controllers were placed under warranty. Yeah, I think Lloyd did too. I've been lucky with mine. Mine have all been fine. Listen, I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna get up, stretch my legs, I'm gonna fill my water. Stick around, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. Feels good to stand up. I wish I had a standing desk. Kalen, what is Luna? It's Amazon streaming service. Is Stadia on Roku or Tizen? I don't know what Tizen is. I remember reading about it, but I don't remember what it is. Stadia is not currently on Roku, but I think that they're going to move it or bring it to Roku stuff eventually. I mean, if they're getting it on iPhone, they're going to bring it to Roku. Here's the question: is it going to come to Apple TV? Is it going to come to Amazon Fire? Nah. There's no way it comes to an Amazon Fire. That's why I remember it. Like, I remember it from like listening to DTNS with Tom Merritt, who's been on this show, by the way. Oh, that's right. It's not an app. Thank you, Lloyd. By the way, Lloyd, check your texts. I gave you a copy of Pac-Man. Will Stadia eventually just be built into YouTube? It's just a web page. That's the thing. You don't have to build it into anything. It's just a web page. So, you click a link and it takes you to a different web page. Why build it into YouTube? Justin Cole says, I feel like they should add Stadia support to Vizio Smartcast since it has Chromecast built in. It would make sense just to get the controller instead of the Premier Edition for a cost savings measure. I do agree with that. We have a Vizio Smartcast TV in our living room. That UI is an absolute dumpster fire built out of razor blades with poison on them. It is hideous, slow, clunky, and absolute trash. And I can't stand using it. So even if they did, I would never use it. Need Call of Duty and Apex Legends on Stadia. Free to play is needed on Stadia. Hello there. Hello there. Free to play games are on Stadia as of today. Right now it's just Destiny 2, but we'll get other ones. Adam Johnson, is there any way to determine how much monthly internet data Stadia uses? We almost hit our cap last month. If your Wi-Fi, if your router has like metering, you can like look at the data and see how much it used. But honestly, if you've got data caps, I would go through and limit all of your stuff to 1080p. I would say, nope, no 4K for you, just 1080p, and then you won't hit the caps. Hello there, Ray. How's it going? Hey, Anthony. Bill, I need a quick recap of everything that came out today. I was very busy. I was very busy too. I recorded a video, which I should edit. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go ahead and edit that video while I'm talking to you guys. What do you guys think about that? Is that cool with you? I can even show you what it looks like when I do it. We'll see if my computer can handle doing both things at the same time. So the big stuff is there is a Cyberpunk 2077. Hold on, let me do this game. There we go. Cyberpunk 2077. You can pre-order that before December 18th. You get a free Premier Edition. Get a free Premier Edition. iOS support is coming soon. Bill's computer can handle multitasking, but can Bill? No, he can't. That's for sure. All right, let me go into the media and we'll click right here. I don't know which one is which. It's got to be, yeah, it's this one. I forgot what I was talking about because I got distracted. I got distracted, everybody. What a surprise. DaVinci assets. We'll go with this and that. And I'll add in the music afterwards. So let's go to edit. I think I did it in like one cut, didn't I? It was pretty quick. Let me just look at the waveform here. All right. Oh, there was a spot where I got up in the middle of it. I forgot about that. Let me see the very beginning. Hey, everybody. It is... All right. Hold on. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting off the very beginning. So then when I hit play... Hey, everybody. It starts right away. And I don't think I made that many mistakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to there. Let's drag this over there. We're going to get the end. That's right. Hit the likes. Now, I'll tell you. I will get stick around. Bam. All right. So there's our first part, and then I'll just drop that right there. What editing program do you use? I use KineMaster. This is DaVinci Resolve 17. It is the beta version. It's really good software. But it is beta, so it crashed yesterday. I found an iPhone. Right there. And then we'll go to the out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And right there. Stadia is updating a lot of the language for the EU, so it will come to those countries. They announced today that it was coming to a bunch of European countries by the end of the year. We don't know when yet, but expect that stuff pretty soon. So now what I'm going to do, let me hit here. This is the spot where I split. So I'm just gonna throw a J cut in here real quick, which is very easy to do. Let me make the audio taller. And bam, bam. There we go. So where is the cut? Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go a little bit before that. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to split it. And then I'm going to bring this in to right there. Tell you, stick around. Found it. Oh, that was too fast. Stick around. I found it. All right, that'll be good. And then because I pretty much did this in one take, it's going to be really easy for me to finish this up. So now at the very beginning, we'll go all the way over. I'm going to grab the intro. I don't need the sound in there. And then we'll go to the end. And I'll zoom in. I'll do the thanks for watching. Oop, hold on. I don't need that. I just need the video. See you next time. Bye-bye. And there you go. We're done. It's usually a lot harder than that because I make a lot more mistakes usually, but that's edited. So now I'm just going to go with, I'm going to go into Fairlight and we're going to set the audio to -14 LUFS, save, because that's what YouTube tells you to use. And so then we're going to click here. And what I'm looking for is right up here. Since launch,
I want to see where that is,
and I'm going to increase the bus
in size with games from Rockstar, Bungie, Square, Ubisoft,
it's getting
and many
really
more.
close to 0. So that's pretty good. We hit deliver. And now I just have to save. Anniversary update. Save. And I'll say anniversary update. And I'm just going to hide that real quick. Go to my desktop. Save. Add to render queue. And render. And we'll see if my computer dies while I'm rendering. All right, I'm all done. We're all done with that. We're back to just talking. Richard edits on his iPad. I do that for work all the time, man. Yeah. LumaTouch is fantastic for that. Bill, do you think they will add more content to Baldur's Gate 3 before the full release? Oh, I'm sure that they will, Jonathan. I think that they're going to release it in like small bits. Hello there says, can I use Stadia on the Edge browser on PS4, Xbox? Imagine if the Switch had a browser. I think so. I mean, well, no, do I think so? I hope so. I don't know. I use it on Edge on my computer. Oh, it doesn't work on Xbox? Well, there you go. I never tried it because I don't have an Xbox. Oh, you're right. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop the render and I'll update that later. Oh, no, I'm not. I'll add that in the title. Xbox uses the old Edge browser, not Chromium. Oh, okay. Hey there, Tomato. Joshua J, in your opinion, is Stadia better looking than PS4 or the PS4 Pro? I might buy Cyberpunk instead. of PS4. I mean, I have not. Look, I have never been somebody who pixel peeps. If you're playing the game on Stadia and you're not pausing and putting it side by side with something else, my guess is it's going to be pretty much the same experience. Now, if we're talking about an Xbox Series X or a PS5, then I think Stadia won't look nearly as good as those. But that's because developers have had less experience on those platforms. Tomato, tomato. No problem, Joshua. Is Stadia getting ray tracing anytime soon? I'm sure it'll get ray tracing eventually. I don't know when that's going to happen. Not sure if I've talked about it yet or not, but after playing Hitman, I am very excited for Project 007. Hope it comes for Stadia. I'm pretty sure it'll come to Stadia. It's got to. Tomato, tomato, paggle, paggle. KB Ubuntu says Stadia being 10.7 teraflops versus PS5's 10.28 teraflops and Xbox Series X 12 teraflops. Is Stadia already next gen? Numbers don't tell the whole story. And that's where I'll leave that. Like, we've had this conversation a million times, but numbers do not tell the whole story. How do I like the new ESO crafting helpers? Olafar, I'll be honest, I haven't played ESO in a couple of months. I love that game, but I haven't played it in a couple of months, so I don't know. Lloyd, are you still playing it? If so, can you answer him? Joshua J. I just got all of my stuff for it and purchased Baldur's Gate 3. Thinking about getting other games, but my friends aren't on there. Need more friends out there. The sticker book is so useful. Simba, Bill, are you going to be... Well, hold on. I'll answer your question in a second. Joshua J., if you're looking for people to play with, join the Discord. There's a link in the description down below. Yes, I am going to be on the Stadia Source podcast later. I'm going on there at 6:30, and I'm going to be live probably right up until then. And for those of you who don't know about the Stadia Source podcast, there is a link in the description down below that will take you to their stream, which is, I don't know what time that's starting. 6:30 my time there, Joel Mead. I'm sorry, Troll Mead. Yikes, I hit the microphone. Is there a test tool to verify latency and reliability of the service? I'm not close to any of your data centers, so curious about my experience will be. So here's what I would recommend. Make an account and get Destiny 2. It's free. And see how it plays. If it plays okay for you, then you're all set. Anthony, they're starting at 5 p.m., so like in 20 minutes? Okay. Thanks, Anthony. So you know what I think I'll do is I'll go right up until 5 p.m. and then I'll say you guys can go over and watch them, and then I'll be on the show at 6:30. Jezebel says, "I wish I had Bill as a teacher in school. I'm kind of a hard ass at school. Just so you're aware." If you are anywhere in the U.S., you are probably close to a Google data center. That's true. I'll say this. I loaded up Destiny 2 last night. Holy cow, that game is pretty. Like, I had forgotten how pretty that game is. That game is absolutely beautiful. What an achievement. That game is so beautiful. I was on some ice planet. I think it might have been Europa. And I was shooting things. It's a really good game. Anthony says, and listening to as I'm driving home to make it on the podcast. Anthony, stop typing. Just drive, man. Don't be typing. You're going to kill somebody. Just got Borderlands 3. Who's your favorite character to play? I played as the operative or the agent. I don't remember what he's called. He's the guy who's he's very, very skinny. He's got like a goatee, I think maybe, or a rakish mustache. Joel Mead, that's awesome. Bill played his Claptrap. I hate Claptrap. Richard says, it holds up on Xbox One S. It's a great game. You know any other good-looking games as the Division 2? Division 2 is beautiful, Richard. That game is really good. You better be pulling over every single time that you send a text, Anthony. Don't be driving distracted, man. That's not cool. Yes, I'm judging you. But thanks for watching or listening. Yeah, don't even be watching. Just listen. Did you have news from John Justice? Is he okay? He's okay. He didn't have COVID or anything. They just didn't have time for us because of COVID. He posted a video today, like his own video. No stoplights. Don't be watching at stoplights. Leave the screen off. Oh, that's another bonus for having YouTube Premium is you can like be watching a video and turn the screen off and just listen to it. Tony Branco says, I'm currently testing Stadia and PS Now, both about the same price per month. No comparison. PS wins. Well, there you go, man. To each his own. I hope you're having fun with it, though. Or get one of those Tesla self-driving cars. Oh, I want a self-driving car. I want a car that I can just get in, take a nap, and have it wake me up when I get to wherever it is that I am. Jem, you know what? Take it as serious as you need to, man. It's an important thing. I lost one of my students a few years ago, and I suspect that that's probably what happened. Is the person who hit them on the side of the road was probably texting and driving. But anyway, we're gonna move away from that because that's upsetting. Tony, what does PS have over Stadia besides the number of titles? Well, I mean, if you're looking for those particular games, then that's probably it. I haven't personally played PS. Is it Now or Go, or I can never remember. I haven't played the streaming version of PlayStation. I tried streaming my PlayStation to my TV. My PS4 Pro is right here, and I had a TV in that room, and I tried using that. Didn't work very well, and that kind of soured me on bothering to try their streaming version. Tony Branco, I'll say this. Don't think of it as a competition. See you later, Jem. Have a good one, man. Luna controller does feel cheaper quality, but it's not terrible. I want to try it out. It's going to be tough to beat this, though. This controller. Look at this thing. It's awesome. What an awesome controller. It just looks great. It's so comfortable. Uh-oh. It's saying I'm having bandwidth issues. You guys, is everything okay? Oh, I dropped 800 frames. That's not very many, by the way. Competition is good, but don't think of it as I want this. Don't think of it as like tribalism. Competition is good. Tribalism is bad. By the way, everybody, we're wrapping up in about 10 minutes when the Stadia Source podcast is going to start. And I know it's not a Stadia game, but for Hyrule Warriors, which comes out tomorrow. And so I'm going to be I might be streaming it. It depends on how I feel after work. I may not feel like talking. But I might be streaming Hyrule Warriors after work. I'm really looking forward to that game. And I know it's not a Stadia game, but I think I'm going to stream it anyway. Joshua J says, the main reason I tried Stadia was because of the load times. The PS4 original sucks so much at loading games. When you play Destiny 2, those load times are insane. They're so crazy fast. Richard says, on YouTube? Yeah, probably here. Yeah, I'd be streaming it here. Ray says, are you looking for... It's still telling me that I'm not getting enough data for smooth streaming. It says, am I looking forward to Stadia Super Saturday? I am. We're going to be doing Stadia Super Saturday stuff on Sunday. So I guess Stadia Super Sunday for us. It'll be our regular show. On Mixer. Crane, is there anything planned to compete with the next gen consoles? Like I said, the hardware is going to get upgraded eventually. They have to. They have to upgrade hardware. Oh, Aaron Hoffman John just tweeted, made my day to see Stadia R&D machine learning team work with the Google AI blog and this fantastic explainer from the brilliant and wonderful and deep tour. Chimera is one of the most fun and interesting things I've ever worked on, and this Google AI collab puts it in your hands. That's very interesting. If you guys don't know who Erin Hoffman John is, she is one of the people who are working on Google Stadia, Stadia RNG, and she's really, really smart. Joshua J says, "What is Stadia Super Saturday?" A whole bunch of Stadia-focused content creators. We're all getting together and doing like streaming nonstop for a couple days. If you go into Google and type in Stadia Super Saturday, you'll find the information you're looking for, I'm sure. Yeah, Christopher has more information because I don't pay attention to details. I never do. KB Ubuntu says, "Do you think Google could buy Bungie?" I think Google could buy Bungie. Do I think they should? I mean, I mean, I don't know if I like that idea. I don't like the idea of content or console holders, platform holders. I don't like the idea of platform holders going around buying up a bunch of studios. Like Microsoft just did it. And while I don't think the sky is falling because Microsoft did it, I still don't like the idea of it always happening. Would I be upset if it happened? No. But I would hope that Google would still continue to release those games on other platforms. Well, although the thing is with, if Google did it and they're releasing the games on Stadia, they're not actually stopping anybody from doing it. They're not stopping anybody from playing that game because you don't have to buy a console to play it. That's different if, like, say, Sony did it, because Sony would say, well, now you have to have a PlayStation if you want to play these games. So I think it's okay for Google to do it. And I think it's okay for Microsoft to do it because Microsoft, like, they've come out and said, we just want our platform to be the best place for you to play, not the only place for you to play. You can come in. Corey says, "I wish all games were multi-platform." So do I. It makes a lot of sense for AAA developers, but when you're talking about small content creators, small publishers and small developers, they don't have the resources to make that happen. Stadia is the only one with inclusive exclusive. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I would also say that you have to remember, let me just copy this real quick, that Microsoft is also allowing people to have their game, their games on other platforms. Does Google have any plans for its own in-house game developers, a bit more like in-house studios for Sony? Yeah. So Jade Raymond, who used to work at Ubisoft, she is in charge of Stadia Games and Entertainment, which is Stadia's in-house publisher. And they have 3 development houses currently, one in Montreal, one in other places that I can't remember. So, we're going to see games from them, but game development takes a really long time. So I think that that's going to happen, next year or the year after. Trev says in Santa Monica. Okay. Hey, Super Nintendo, how you doing, man? Well, before I wrap up, I'm going to say thank you to a whole bunch of people that were supporting the show. All right. So thank you to Joshua J. I'll just go with first names because it's easier. Thank you to Joshua, Tom, Clive, Ruben, Jacob, Consino, Cedric, Android, Travis, Anthony, Avery, Old Man PJ, Sofa Spy, Chris Kuhn, Raul, Miguel, Matthew, and Christopher. Those are all the people who supported the channel in the last 24 hours. Some of you guys did it right while we were here on stream, and I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Super Nintendo said, I just got an email from Stadia asking me to take part in a survey. Awesome. That's great. Hey, come in. What's up, pal? Okay. Noted. All right. Sure. Yeah? Good to hear. And yeah, go ahead and if you haven't already subscribed and you want to make sure that you get notified when we have stuff, make sure you click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and all of that stuff because it really does help. Sorry, I was just talking to my son. Eli, Bill, in what specific field do you teach in? I teach high school science. I'm a high school science teacher. Yeah, Tony Branco, we talked about Pro Evolution Soccer early on in the stream. Make sure you rewind to the beginning and watch the whole thing again. All right, everybody. It looks like the Stadia Source roundtable is going to start in about 1 minute. So I'm going to get this link. Earth Science. And does this link work? No, it doesn't work. That link doesn't work, does it? There's a link in the description down below that will work. I don't know why this link doesn't work. But go watch them. Head on over there and tell them that Bill said hi. Copy. What if I do this? Can you guys click on that? Tell them Bill said hi. Okay, it's working. Bye, everybody. Have an awesome day.